Regardless of the type of interview, it is important for a candidate to make a positive and lasting impression. In order to do this, it is essential to do your research and preparation beforehand. Although you can't anticipate the exact flow of conversation, there are certain questions that are a given, and it is important to tailor your answers to fit the role and company. In such scenarios, practice makes perfect. Some common questions are: tell me about yourself. How would you describe yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? What are your top 3 weaknesses? What are your life goals? While these may sound easier than technical questions, it's very important to think through them carefully and frame your answers so that they are clear, concise, relevant, and effectively integrate the personal and professional aspects. In order to make a positive first impression, being self-aware, prepared, and confident is imperative. So, what do you need to know about yourself? It's of course essential to be able to describe your key skills and expertise. What are your areas of specialization? Do you have any niche technical or interpersonal skills? Whilst educational degrees provide a strong foundation, specific examples of practical work experience are required to gauge if and how a candidate could contribute towards a company's growth. Now, having highlighted your strengths, it is important to examine your weaknesses. There is no need to be overly critical, but rather recognize the need for improvement in certain areas and how you are taking proactive steps to address these points. This demonstrates self-awareness and a willingness to grow and improve. Now let's talk about life lessons. When you reflect upon your life, what are the biggest lessons that you have learned? In case you are asked to elaborate on this, it is useful to note specific examples on lessons that were learned and how you apply those in the current context. Now for your goals and aspirations. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? How do your professional goals sync with your personal aspirations? Taking a long-term view is important because it shows the interviewer that you have thought things through and intend to stick around. Now, on a lighter note, what do you like to do in your free time? Do you like sports or art, travel, music, or maybe cooking? Interviewers like to have a holistic picture of a candidate and assess how well-rounded they are. When applying for a job, make sure to educate yourself about the role, company, and work culture. Showcasing an understanding of this is critical to convince the interviewer of your interest in initiative, knowledge, and expertise related to the job. Don't forget to cover potential areas of growth as well if they come to mind. Key aspects are understanding the role you are applying for, understanding the skills required, understanding the value and mission of the company as a whole, knowing a little about the company culture, being up to date with news related to the company and the industry, and doing some background research on the interviewer's profile or perhaps the interview panel. Beyond yourself and the prospective role, it's important to educate yourself about current affairs and the world at large. By doing so, you will come across as a more informed and balanced individual. When you are able to engage in a knowledgeable discussion about current affairs, it shows curiosity, a desire to expand your horizons, and a willingness to learn. These are important considerations when hiring a new employee.